Now joined by UKIP leader Gerard Batten. Gerard, thanks very much for joining us. Should Theresa May resign?
Hello, Polly. Yes, she should. I actually delivered a letter to Downing Street this morning saying, please do the decent and honourable thing and resign and go. I think she's in a completely untenable position now in her own party amongst her own ministers. So I think that's what she should do. And she should hand over now to somebody who actually really does believe that Britain should leave the European Union, because she doesn't. And all she's done for 2 years is delay the whole process, impede the whole process, and now announce a proposal whereby we would leave in name, but not in reality. 2 years ago, she said, well, she doesn't want a deal whereby we're half in and half out. Well, she's now offered one to the European Union whereby we're more in than we are out, and even that would probably get refused.
But she's come up with a plan that avoids a hard border. It allows the UK to sign trade deals and puts an end to free movement. Isn't all that good? There's been a very detailed analysis of this by Martin Howe, a constitutional lawyer, who actually refutes all of these things and said our trade policy will still be impeded because we have to obey EU rules and regulations on our goods. It will cause us problems with third-party agreements. And regarding this whole question of a hard border, what hard border in Ireland? Well, the only people that are likely to build a hard border are the Irish or the European Union, because there's no reason to have one. And I don't think that the Irish Republic is going to want to build a hard border. Things could continue exactly as they are at the moment. Ireland's always been a special case. It's always because of its historical development there between Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland. There's no reason why you couldn't just carry on in the same manner. If they don't want to do that, we don't have to do anything, as has been pointed out a long time ago by Jacob Rees-Mogg, one of the few genuine leavers in the Conservative Party hierarchy. You could say we're not doing anything, we're just going to let everything continue as normal. And who's going to build the border? Is it going to be Republic of Ireland? I don't think so. It's a small country where most of its trade goes across the border to the UK, and about 90% of its energy comes the other way. So why would they want to do that? All right, but now that two of her main opponents are out, May will be able to pull together her support for a soft Brexit now, surely?
Well, a soft Brexit means not really leaving. There's no such thing as a hard Brexit or a soft Brexit. You either leave the European Union or you don't. And what she wants to do is to offer a deal, so-called deal, whereby we don't really leave. We leave in name, but not in reality. And that's what she's been cooking up for 2 years. We've got now in the complete mess that we're in, because it doesn't satisfy anybody. It doesn't satisfy the leavers. And it doesn't really satisfy the Remainers, because they've had so many concessions made. They want the final concession whereby we don't leave at all, which is, of course, is exactly what the European Union would like as well.
So how should the government progress in talks with Brussels then?
Well, first of all, you need a Prime Minister who actually wants to leave, so she needs to be replaced with someone. Then you need a negotiator who actually wants to leave, and David Davis did, but was undermined by civil servants and by the Prime Minister. And then you say, tell you what, we know that you don't want to negotiate a deal. This whole thing about a deal was never going to happen anyway. There was never going to be a deal. You say, we're leaving, we're repealing the 1972 Act now, we'll offer you a free trade agreement without the movement of free movement of people. Take it or leave it. If not, we'll go to WTO terms, and everything else we will sort out according to our timescales and our priorities, and we'll tell you how it's going to work. You need to seize control of this process. It should have been done the week after the referendum. It will never be too late to do it if we have a government with the courage and the will to actually take us out of the European Union. We're actually in an incredibly strong position. We are fifth or sixth biggest economy in the world. We do an enormous amount of trade with the European Union. The European Union raises about 80% of the money it borrows from the City of London. Right. We are in a tremendously strong position to
Gerard,
say this is how it would work.
In the context of all this, how is UKIP's future looking, do you think?
Well, at the moment, it's very good. Since I stopped the party from going under in February, we survived, and we were ready to go bankrupt because of the total incompetence of the previous collective leadership. I and the membership saved that from happening. They donated enough money to stop that happening. We're now on a financial even keel. I've been bringing money in from donors.
to pay for the things that we need to run the party leadership needs. And also we've had surge in membership. We've been putting members on, and over this weekend alone, because of this announcement, we've had nearly 1,000 new memberships. And then our head office is working furiously to process all those new memberships. And that doesn't look like giving up, doesn't have any sign of giving up. It looks like more people are going to join as they realise if they voted to leave the European Union in 2016, it's being betrayed by the political establishment. Labour don't want it, Lib Dems don't want it, the Tories don't want it, and we can't even trust our own government. UKIP has to be made an electoral threat again, and people realise that. And the only way we can do that
Gerard,
is by having lots of members,
I'm going to have to
lots
stop
of
you
candidates.
there. Thank you very much for speaking to us, Gerard Batten. Thank you.